Boom! I'm back. Today we're going to be doing this high contrast blue alien as seen on Instagram. So obviously these photos have been digitally enhanced for dramatic effect, but in the club it would have this same effect under the harsh lighting. So if you want to learn how to get this look, keep on watching. Let's do it. Let's jump straight in. So to begin with, I'm taking a black from the House of Glam Doll's Fairy Doll palette, and I'm going to start to mark out where my eyeliner is. I've already pre-covered my eyebrows and primed my eyes. Now I'm using a less pigmented eyeshadow in black, just so I can mark out the shape really nicely, and then of course filling it in and sort of getting the overall shape that I want, and then mark out where my crease is going to go as well. And then I'm going to go in with my favourite green pigment from Give Face Cosmetics. It's called Cosplay. It is a beautiful neon green. I wet my brush slightly to apply this just to minimise too much fallout. It does have a little bit of fallout, but all loose pigments have got fallout. So it's really bright and really pigmented and gorgeous. And then I'm going in with the Graftobian Pro Paint in teal, and I'm applying the first layer of that to my forehead just as a sort of a base out, and then clean up fallout under the eyes because I always forget to do that. I'm taking my Jeffree Star Weirdo liquid lipstick and then outlining where my eyeliner's going to go. That's what I've started to use for all my outlines and all my eyeliner because it sets in, it's super black, it does not budge at all, doesn't affect my sensitive eyes, and it gives a really nice, really true black look. Now I'm going to layer up the Pro Paint even further. The trick to my coloured looks is to honestly get a good face paint. This is what I wear to the clubs and perform in when I do my coloured looks. And the trick is to get a really creamy consistency. That's why I like the Graftobian Pro Paints, and layer 2 or 3 times to get a super opaque colour. And that's all I do. Then I'm taking the Give Face Cosmetics Brilliant White Highlighting Cream, and it's just sort of a cream white colour, and I'm going to apply that under my eyes with a synthetic brush and then clean up that eyeliner on the bottom as well, and that is going to sort of open up my eyes and make them nice and bright and contrast the black gorgeously. Going in with that black once again from the Fairy Doll palette, I'm then sort of sketching out where the under eyeliner is going to go. Doesn't need to be perfect, we're just outlining like we did the eyeliner earlier on. Then I'm filling in the remainder open space with the teal colour. Get that nice in there with a tiny little brush, and really make sure you cover up every little piece of skin colour, as we are going full out alien drag today, which I love doing, and I've not done it in a while, so it's nice to be getting back into it and doing it again. Once I've cleaned up all the lines, I've left a little bit of white at the top. I'm then going back in with Weirdo and reapplying, intensifying and thickening up that under eyeline as well, and sort of making the final lines, if you like. The next step to keeping that brightly coloured base on is after the paint is dry. It's important to do it after the paint's dry so it doesn't grab to the powder. Powder extremely thoroughly, extremely, make sure everything's extremely well set and doesn't have any stickiness to it at all. Going back in with the Fairy Doll palette, I'm taking a blue, and it's almost the same as my skin, just a little bit darker, and starting to mark out where my cheekbones and all my contouring is going to go. Then I'm intensifying that further with Sugar Pill's After Party eyeshadow, which I believe was discontinued, but just any blue eyeshadow will do that's slightly darker than your base. Keep applying that until you're happy. All of this is about building up the colours and building up the dimension. So I'm going to do all the regular contouring that I normally would do. Have a crazy little dance apparently. And then I'm going to go in and basically apply it some more, and of course blend between each layer of colour and dance a bit more as well. Then I'm taking that black from the Fairy Doll palette on a fluffy brush, and I'm starting to very lightly blend that into the contouring right near the top, and then blend that down with After Party from Sugar Pill. This part's super important to build up the contrast and the dimension. And then I'm going to take that black once more right along the top of the line where my cheekbones are going to be, and apply it a lot more heavily and blend it out with After Party. It's all about layering this part, and the more you layer and the more dimension that you build up. I use 3 different colours for the contour in this look. the more intense and crazy it's going to be. For the highlighting and the high points of my face, I'm going to be using that brilliant white cream again. The cream blends gorgeously over set face paint as well, so no need to worry about that. I'm applying that in the centre of my nose, on my forehead, cupid's bow, chin, and then right above the black contour lines on my cheekbones as well. And of course you can make this as intense or as subtle as you like. But I went for quite an intense look this time, and I really did build up that white everywhere. And of course a little tiny bit under where my jawline is as well. I go on and cut this later and make a big mess of it. But yeah. Once I'd applied the white, I realised that the black wasn't as black as what I wanted it to be, so I went in and re-intensified that, and I did leave it quite unblended towards the end, as I thought it gave the sort of nicest, best contrast effect. I painted all areas of exposed skin and then went on to ruin my jawline. I don't quite know what I was trying to achieve with this, but I used a completely different colour and I think it didn't add anything to the look. So I kept it in anyway because some people might like it. I don't particularly like what I did, but there we go, I did it. Then I went on and basically contoured my collarbones, my neck tendons the same way I did the rest of my face. And of course, make this as intense or as crazy as you like. Filled in my lips with Jeffree Star's Weirdo and applied some 117 lashes from Grimace, which are equivalent to the 301s.